So you're thinking about moving to the beautiful Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and you're struggling to find a home that fits both your lifestyle and your budget. So should you consider buying a condominium, or condo for short? I mean, they are smaller, so that should mean that they're easier on the wallet, right? I mean, most condominiums come out with so many added perks like low maintenance and upkeep, and some come with some pretty cool amenities. But how big of a deal is it to get financing? And what about those HOA fees and the restrictions that come with a condo? Well, let's go ahead and find out about all that and more right now. If this is your first time to the channel, hi, my name is Leslie. Along with my husband, Stephen, we get phone calls and emails and texts from folks just like you who are looking to move to the Shenandoah Valley. If you enjoy content like this and learning about some exciting Shenandoah Valley things and all the things that we have to offer, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you won't miss an episode of Virginia Mountain to Valley Living. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about some con-dos and con-don'ts about condo living. I mean, I can't let Stephen have all the fun making stupid jokes, right? Well, you see what I did. Let's talk about a limited budget that you may have in owning a piece of the American dream, but you're not sure if you can afford it. So, should you consider a condo? Well, condominiums come with living pros and cons. And spoiler alert, I have an opinion that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video, so you're not going to want to miss hearing what my number one biggest reason is you should. Yeah, no, I'm not going to fall for that. You're going to have to wait until the end of the video to find out what I think. So let's start with the pros of owning a condo. Condos are usually smaller than single-family homes, and that's exactly why they can be easier on your budget. According to the latest data from the National Association of Realtors, or NAR for short, condos are typically less expensive than single-family homes. A condo will have a lower maintenance, fee. You won't have to worry about the lawn or the landscaping and all the common spaces that are already taken care of that you get to enjoy. The complex might also come with some nice amenities, like some come with a swimming pool or a community room. Some come with a gym or a clubhouse. All those amenities are really nice perks, and their costs are typically included in those HOA fees. The second pro is that generally condos are built in the same area where apartments would be built. So that means that you get all the access to public transportation, the walkability to shops and restaurants, and some may be close to sporting or event centers. If you're looking to live in the downtown kind of lifestyle, then those are great reasons for you to own a condo. The third pro is that your owner's insurance is going to be a little bit cheaper than a single-family home. That's because a large portion of the insurance is shared with everyone in the complex, and that's called blanket insurance. And it covers things like your roof and the exterior of the structure. So you get to share with that expense with everyone else in the condominium, which makes that price a little bit lower. The fourth pro is that your utilities are generally a little cheaper, and that's because your unit is well insulated, and you may have a unit above or below or on both sides of your unit that will help lower your heating and cooling bills. The final pro is the sales price. Condos can be less expensive than single-family homes. Basically, it's an easier lifestyle, but of course, with that ease of lifestyle is going to be incorporated in the HOA fees. But again, if you like that downtown kind of lifestyle and don't want to rent an apartment, then buying a condo may be your best option. Now, on the opposite side of all that, let's look at the cons of owning a condo. And please understand that my goal here is not to scare you away from buying a condo, but to educate you on some of the things that a lot of buyers may not be aware of when they purchase a condo. Let me also say that purchasing any property is a big financial decision. We understand that. The more that you understand what you're purchasing, the more you're going to understand what you're getting into. So before we get into the cons of owning a condo, I wanted to share with you something that, the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, had to say about owning a condo as opposed to owning a single-family home right now. The upside of investing in real estate is the appreciation on your investment. So in January of 2024, the National Association of Realtors made the statement that condos are appreciating in a value slower than single-family homes. However, the median sales price of a condo was up nearly 6% year over year in January of 2024, and the median price of single-family homes was up 5% in that same time frame. So, according to that statement, even though condos traditionally appreciate at a slower pace, it looks like that isn't the case right now. And maybe your investment in a condo looks super appealing right now, as condos are appreciating at almost a full percent above a single-family home. Well, let's discuss some of the cons of a condo purchase. The first con is going to be those HOA fees. Like we talked about, they cover the general maintenance, maybe some amenities, and there is usually some added security in the building. So you already know what the HOA covers, but what you may not have known is that you have practically no control over those HOA fees. Most HOAs are managed by a management company whose salary is covered in those HOA fees. So let's say you found a great deal on a condo and it's in an older building. As your building ages, your HOA fees are going to go up. Why? Because every building requires maintenance. But the older your building, the more possibilities of something breaking also increases. And the management company is going to need to build up more and more reserves for when one of those major systems do fail. The argument can also be made that some single-family homes are also located in an area that have HOA fees, but all condo buildings will have HOA fees attached to them, guaranteed, while not all single-family homes are in an HOA. So something to think about. My second con to consider is budgeting for when HOA fees increase, and they will increase. Generally speaking, condo fees can have a yearly 5 to 10% increase. So, can your budget and salary compensate for that increase year over year? At first, it may appear like the price of a condo is lower than buying a home, but that isn't always the case when you factor in the rise of your HOA fees into your current monthly payments. Again, the HOAs can increase in a single-family neighborhood as well. So, both things are something to consider. But in a single-family neighborhood, they typically don't increase at the rate of a condo. So the third condo is that you have almost no control over your HOA fees. As an owner in your building, you will have association owner meetings, and I encourage you to attend. But let's say your HOA decides it's time to repaint the whole complex. In order to do that, they're going to put a special assessment on your fees. For example, they may say in addition to your regular HOA fees, everyone in the building will have an extra $25 special assessment spread over the next 5 years to cover the cost of repainting the building. Of course, every condominium has its own set of covenants and restrictions, so make sure you read through those carefully to understand what your building's projected budget looks like. And again, an HOA restricted family neighborhood has a board, and they have meetings as well that you can be a part of. The fourth and final con, and some may say the biggest con for owning a condo, pertains to financing. Are you one of the approximately 60% of new home buyers looking for an FHA loan, and you want to consider purchasing a condo? Well, according to BlackstoneAM.com, only 7% of condominium properties in the United States are FHA approved. Again, let me say that again. Only 7% of all the condominiums in the entire U.S. are FHA approved. So, more than likely, the condo that you're interested in purchasing may be unwarrantable. And what do I mean by that? Well, a non-warrantable condo is a condo building that does not meet the loan requirements set by the government-backed entities such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. These entities won't buy mortgages on non-warrantable condos, so many mortgage brokers won't lend to buyers of these properties. Since condos are traditionally less expensive, I have FHA buyers wanting to know if they can put an offer on them. Unfortunately, this won't be an option. And if you are curious about a particular condo building's warrantability, I encourage you to check out that link. And I'm going to put it also below in the description, okay? Again, there are several reasons why a condo might not be FHA approved. So let's discuss some of those reasons why they are not. You may be thinking some huge thing has to happen to the building to make your condo unwarrantable. Unfortunately, it's not going to take much. A few possibilities are: if 50% of the units in a complex are not owner-occupied, that means they're used for rentals or Airbnbs, or maybe they're vacant. Another possibility is that a single person or business entity owns more than 2 units in the development of less than 20 units. This is also going to make your building non-warrantable. Another possibility is that if any person owns more than 2 units, you can't sell your condo to most buyers. Another one is if more than 15 of your neighbors are more than 60 days delinquent on their HOA fees. That could also make your building unwarrantable. The other thing is if a builder is involved in a lawsuit, your condo is also non-warrantable. And sometimes those lawsuits can take years to settle. So, the building is still under construction. That's another non-warrantable building. So those are a few ways a condominium building becomes unwarrantable. So if you are only pre-qualified for an FHA loan, you will not be able to purchase a condo in one of those buildings. Again, my goal here is not to scare any of you from purchasing a condo, but to make sure you make a purchase with your eyes wide open, knowing all the possible scenarios that could cause you to lose money or gain money. If you are someone who likes the thought of not having to mow and maintain a single-family residence and wants to live within a walking distance of downtown and understand your risks, then by all means, let's talk about your purchasing a condo. If you aren't that risk-taker kind of person, then let's talk about a don't. You guys are waiting for my opinion on purchasing a condo? Well, if you've stayed with me throughout this video, I want to thank you. But by now, I think you have kind of figured out what my opinion is. I'm all about getting the most return on my investment. And I want the most eyes on my property when I'm selling it I want the most eyes on it as possible. So, in October of 2023, 26.3%, here's a stat that I want you to think about. 26.3% of new home purchases, the applications were for an FHA loan. That's the highest number in an entire decade. If I'm selling a condo, that means a little over a quarter of the potential buyers, they're not going to be able to purchase my condo. Another argument can be made that HOA fees you pay in a condo will not be able to be recouped either. Well, there are many homes that also have HOA fees attached to them, and you're not going to recoup the HOA fees of those either. So that's kind of a wash there. So I'm not sure that is a valid, really, comparison. But I encourage you to evaluate the pros and the cons of investing in a condo. If you, like me, like seeing the highest return on your investment, then maybe a condo isn't the best option, and I recommend you go shopping for a single-family home. In the end, I want you to know that owning and living in a condo is definitely a lifestyle choice that only you can make. I hope you found today's video really informative, though. If you would like to hear more about the real estate market in Virginia's mountains and valleys, I again encourage you to tap that subscribe button and touch that bell so you're not going to miss an episode of all of Virginia Mountain to Valley Living's episodes. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or text or email me. But until the next time, I'm going to see you around town.